Hello there. We are going to take a look at how to get things done. We're going to highlight Google Tasks. I'm going to show you a few things along the way so you can activate this with your Google account for the school. So here we go. First off, doing one thing at a time is what humans love doing. We're really good at getting into a flow state if we do one thing after another without distraction. Every time we're distracted, it takes us off task and takes a lot of energy to get us back on task. So we're using a tool called Google Tasks to put things that you have to do into, and I'm going to show you how to do that. But one other thing to think about is Pomodoro timers, or the idea of setting a timer to work for 25 minutes and then take a 5-minute break or a longer break. You may have heard of these. This helps people focus so that the timer is running and keeping track of how long you need to work on something. So think of adding timers to your work that you have to get done. For today's activity, we're going to start with our Google account. So when you log in, we're going to go to Gmail, and your Gmail account looks like this. And we're going to, over here, look at tasks. Now, if you don't see this, just click down here and you should be able to see the tools over here. I'm going to use my school account and my personal account to show you how this works. So I sent myself an email. I'm going to look at this email, and maybe this is something I need to do. I'm going to add it to my list of things I need to do. So up here, I'm going to add it to tasks. Now this thing that just popped up over on the side here is my list of tasks. So this says this is an email to me. I could put a date on it if I wanted. I could set a time, maybe like 10 a.m. Or maybe tomorrow. Yeah, I'll do that. So this is now in my list of things to work on. We're going to take a look at this in just a moment, but I just wanted to show you that emails that you need to deal with, you can put into your to-do list, your tasks over here. Now let's take a look at Google Calendar. In Google Calendar, you can see there are things here. There's events and whatnot. When you look at Google Calendar, you can see different things. I have some school stuff. I have holidays and whatnot. I'm going to come up here and click on the Google Tasks logo, and I can now see a list of tasks. Now, I'm going to explain how Google Tasks in a little more detail here on this screen. For instance, you can build lists. So right here, I've made one called Inbox, Next Actions, Projects, Delegate, References, and Someday Maybe. This comes from David Allen, who wrote a book called Getting Things Done. It's basically how do people who are really efficient get things done without being overwhelmed, without having to memorize or remember things. They have a trusted system to put tasks, and they work with this every day. He recommends having an inbox for things that come in. Next actions would be things that need to be done, but you can't do them right now. Projects are lists of things that are multiple steps or multiple actions. And then delegate, reference, and someday maybe are things that need to be delegated to somebody else, a reference you might want to have for future reference to look up, and things that you would love to do, but you don't know if you'll ever get to them. So it's someday maybe. So you put things in there for down the road. So how do we create a task? I'm going to create one right here. So if I click right here, and I recommend having a verb starting it out, and this could be an all-day thing, or it could be something that needs to be done some other time. I'm just going to leave it like that, do thing. Now, this thing can be moved to somewhere else if I want. So over here, you can see that I have my lists. I can move this into next actions, and oh, there it's not there. Cool. When I look at this list of things, my order and so on and so forth, I can do some things here. I'm going to now go over, so this is just how you add stuff in here. And now I'm going to go over and take a look at my grade book. So when you look at a grade book, this is a particular class, it's good to look and see what is missing or what's done and so on and so forth. So this is just an example of a student grade book from one of my classes. We have assignments when they're due. There's comments from me to the student if they needed to get credit for something. So you can click on the assignment, you can then read the comments, but maybe there's something I need to do. I could then go into my Google Tasks, and I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to click on my tasks from this view, and I could add a task like read assignment. I can type. And I'm going to do this tomorrow. It'll be Saturday, and I'm going to do it, I'm going to sleep in. I'll do it at 11 a.m. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. Okay, now I add this to my list so that tomorrow when I'm looking at my to-do list, I can look through things. And if I needed to do something that's time-based, I add a time. You don't have to add times, but it's just something that can help organize the material. Okay, one more thing. When I go over here, if I click on Inbox up at the top, I can create new lists. So when you first start out, you're not going to see inbox. You're going to just see the generic lists. But you can create sub lists like this if you want to. That's not necessary, but I just wanted to show you that process because that really works for me. All right. Well, that is it. I hope this was helpful. Good luck with Google Tasks and getting things out of your head into a system, and then reference that every day to work on things when you're on duty. Set a timer, work on stuff. When you're off duty, be a kid, have fun. Okay, thanks for watching.